So, girls and boys, ladies and gentlemen, here we are for a better cause, and soon we will have our Chief Minister of Telangana arriving here. So we're going to start the program. So we'll play another video on it. One more. Okay, fine. Namaskaram, Swagatam, Suswagatam, Honorable Chief Minister of Telangana, Revanth Reddy Garu, Swagatam, Suswagatam, Ghana Swagatam Andi. Namaskaram. The entire students have raised for you, sir. We welcome Director General of Police Telangana, Shivdar Reddy Garu, alage Srimati Shika Goel, IPS Garu, Srimati Swati Lakra, IPS, Sri VC Sajjanar Garu, IPS Officer, Dr. Yogita Rana, Srimati Anita Ramachandran, Sri M. Ramesh, IPS, Srimati Divya, Srimati Srijana Garu, Sri T. Krishna Kumar Reddy Garu, Vice Chancellor, and Dr. Zalalan Tafsir Garu. We welcome you onto the dais. And now I welcome Sri Sai Durgatej Garu onto the dais. Collector Manu Chaudhary Garu, IAS Officer. We welcome you onto the dais, sir. Charu Sinha ma'am, we welcome you, and we request you to give the welcome address.
Honorable Chief Minister of Telangana, Shri A. Revanth Reddy, DGP Telangana Police, Shri B. Shivdar Reddy, Dr. Zalalam, Chief UNICEF Hyderabad Field Office, Director CSB and FSL DG Srimati Shikha Goel, ADG SPF Home Guards and Organization Srimati Swati Lakra, CP Hyderabad VC Sajjanar, Principal Secretary Higher Education and School Education Srimati Yogita Rana, CP Cyberabad N. Ramesh, VC JNQ T. Kishan Kumar Reddy, Shri Sai Durgatej, actor and brand ambassador of this campaign, Srimati Anita Ramachandran, Secretary Women and Child Welfare Department, Ms. Srijana, Commissioner of Cyberabad Municipal Corporation, and M. Manu, Collector, Medchal, Malkajgiri. Respected Vice Chancellors, educators from various universities, our campaign partners from UNICEF, The Times of India, TV9, Chai Biscuit, and Mihira Creatives, distinguished guests, panelists, colleagues, and dear students. As ADG Women Safety Wing, it's my privilege to welcome you to the launch of Stand With Her, a campaign of men standing for women. Today marks the beginning of a sustained one-year campaign, an endeavor to shift what has been so far tolerated, ignored, and normalized all around us. When we speak about violence against women and girls, we often think only of extreme incidents. But women's safety is shaped every day by a continuum of harm. For example, staring, sexist comments, harassment in public spaces, stalking, online abuse, intimidation, and most importantly, the silence of peers who witness disrespect and choose not to intervene. If we want a truly good society, we must remember safety is not only about laws and enforcement, it is also about culture. A good society is built when boys and men grow up with the understanding that women are not others to be judged, to be controlled, or to be policed, but they are equal citizens to be respected. When mindsets shift, behaviors shift. When behaviors shift, families, campuses, workplaces shift, and over time, society shifts. Women's safety is shaped in every space, whether it's at home, in public spaces, in educational institutions, on transport, on streets, and in digital environments. Stand with Her matters. Why? Because it addresses sexist behavior across all these spaces. And it calls on men to stop remaining silent and become upstanders, not merely bystanders anymore. This campaign is built on a clear idea that women's safety cannot be achieved without men taking responsibility. And that is why Stand With Her is a men-led platform. It calls on boys and men to move towards visible leadership, peer accountability, and safe intervention in everyday moments. Let us be clear, this is not about protecting women. It is about respecting women, unlearning entitlement, and rejecting harmful peer pressure, choosing dignity and equality in everyday decisions. That is how we can build a society we all can be proud of. Over the coming months, the campaign will follow a structured monthly model. Each month will focus on one theme. The theme will be carried forward through monthly panel discussions, through digital video releases, and these will become training grounds for everyday action. How to interrupt a sexist joke. In fact, we are often asked by girl students that, ma'am, when somebody cracks a sexist joke and we are uncomfortable, what do we say? How to intervene safely when public harassment or a woman is being harassed in front of you. How to support someone who seeks help, and how to build peer accountability among men by clearly stating what is acceptable behavior and what is not. And it's high time that this behavior, this learning must enter hostels, it must enter classrooms. You, to decide the do's and don'ts in your respective colleges about what is acceptable behavior and what is not acceptable behavior. Our message is simple, but it demands courage. Speak up and stand up. Speak up when a joke humiliates a woman classmate or a colleague in front of you, the way you would stand up for your own sister, mother, or daughter. Stand up in your circle when your silence is being interpreted as permission. Speak up when online content crosses boundaries and becomes harassment. The Women's Safety Wing commits itself to building strong partnerships with institutions and communities to strengthen prevention of crime. Serious crimes can be prevented only when we learn and teach safety, respect early. For example, stalking can escalate into an acid attack. Casual online chatting can turn into sextortion rather. Prevention begins when men decide that silence is no longer acceptable. It begins when men reject the boys will be boys as an excuse and stand for what is right even though it might be uncomfortable. I thank our panelists today who have joined us today for their time to carry forward today's conversation. I also thank our partners, UNICEF, the Times of India, TV9, Mihira Creatives, and Chai Biscuit for helping us to shape and anchor this campaign, and also definitely the Department of Education, the Women and Child Welfare Department, and JNTU Hyderabad for their tremendous support. A special thank you to Hemachandra Garu, who is here with us today, for creating and singing the beautiful title jingle. Dear students, this campaign is about your responsibility in creating a good society, one we can all be proud of. No one will create a perfect society and hand it over to us on a platter from outside. It is in your hands, and all it requires is a change in mindset. How you speak about women, how you speak about them behind their backs, how you understand consent, how you respond to disrespect in your group, and what you choose to normalize, what you choose to ignore, and whether you choose to look away. A good society is built by everyday choices. With that, I once again welcome you all to this launch. Let us begin with an honest commitment to take this campaign forward with the seriousness that it deserves. Let us commit to building a society where respect is natural, where equality is unquestioned, and every woman can live, study, and work without fear, and where men are co-creators of a respectful culture. Thank you.
Thank you, Charu Sinha ma'am. Now we request to play a jingle AV for all of you. This jingle is sang by Hema Chandra, a very popular singer who's here with us today. So we request to put the AV, please. AV of the jingle. AV, please, and lights off.
Let's stand up, Sodara. Let's stand with her. Change the norm right here, right now. Let's change the norm right here, right now. Let's change the norm right here, right now. Let's stand up, Sodara. Let's stand with her. Change the norm right here, right now. Let's change the norm right here, right now. Let's change the norm right here, right now. Let's stand with her.
We request Honorable Chief Minister to kindly launch the poster and start this event. And we request our brand ambassador and the Chief Minister to kindly hold the posters and the dignitaries on the dais. Stand with her.
Let's stand with her. Change the norm right here, right now. Let's change the norm right here, right now. Let's change the norm right here, right now. Speak up. Stand with her. Let's stand up, Sodara. Let's stand with her. Change the norm right here, right now. Let's change the norm right here, right now. Let's change the norm right here, right now. Let's stand up, Sodara. Let's stand with her. Change the norm right here, right now. Let's change the norm right here, right now. Let's change the norm right here, right now. Let's stand with her.
Now I request Dr. Jalalam Tapsi to kindly address the gathering. He is the UNICEF head of Hyderabad. We welcome you, sir.
Good morning, everyone. Honorable Chief Minister, all the dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, students of JNT University, I am extremely pleased to be here with you on behalf of UNICEF, launching a campaign that says, stand with her. And I want to start what I want to say by saying, I am standing with her. Are you? I would like to speak on behalf of UNICEF's mission, and this is a mission for children, and why this is so important. We speak to young people today as agents of change, as being the voice that needs to be ringing out. We're putting the onus and the burden of change not just on women, but on the men. For every crime that is related to gender, it's usually the man who is on the offending side. For every snide remark, for every misquote, silence, is usually the men who keep quiet. Today we say we should not be keeping quiet. We need to have the courage to be able to speak up, to be able to say no to behavior that we don't agree with. And that behavior is not just about violence. It's about the simple little things, the everyday things that change the way we accommodate the better part of our lives. I consider my wife, my partner, as my better partner. And I introduce her as such, but she is my better. Not just because she's a woman, because she is my equal. We are partners in a life. And in everyday life, we need to find within us as individuals to recognize that and to push the agenda forward so that the little things that make life uncomfortable in the workplace disappear. Why would all these young, fantastic young women who are, because a bunch of young men decided to toy with the gender issue? And for lecturers, for professors, for teachers, for workmates, the men who already stand in their hearts with these women, it is time not to keep silent, but also to speak up. To say it out loud and say it is not acceptable on behalf of all men that such activities continue. And more importantly for me, for all of us here, it is not enough for us to speak up at these events, it is also important to demonstrate it in our homes. We need to find the value for every boy and every girl on an equal footing in the home. The moment we start teaching our children to have full respect for each other, for the genders, as children, the moment we explain to our boys that it is not acceptable to discriminate against a girl for whatever reason, home, start showing your children that you're not too big to do house chores. Show every child, every boy, that it is okay to share the burden in a home. That it is okay to be equal with the girls that are there. And every parent loves their child, and there is no parent in here that wants less for his children or her children. But sometimes the way we treat our girls and the way we treat our boys already sends the message. So my message to you today on behalf of UNICEF is, let's start with our children. Let's show them, even by our intent, that we hold them equal. We hold them capable equally, and that they both have the bright future ahead of them, so long as we are willing to make the change in the world to remove the obstacles that keep them behind. Let's make sure in our private companies, in our businesses, we are paying women the same amount that we're paying the men for the same work that they are doing. By law, we have equal pay, but it doesn't translate into private sector. It doesn't translate into the non-formal sector. And those are the places that we need to make the changes, because not all of us will work in government. Not all of us will work in high-powered institutions where women will have the opportunity to fight it and the men to support them. But even in communities, in shops, in stores, we need to make sure that we are able to say no. If we're going to hire someone, we will hire based on one quality and one quality, technical ability, regardless of gender. We should pay the same. These are the confidences that allow our children to walk the path that is right, that is just, and that is equal. The little things matter. Everyday steps and everyday conversations matter. How we describe women in our lives matters. They're not just mothers, they're not just nurturing caregivers, they're not sisters, beloved jewels in the home. They are the rock, the forward thinking, the leaders, and the champions that allow us to all live a comfortable, sorted life. And in an economy such as ours, in a future that we want, we need to make sure that every child, boy and girl, has the same opportunity, but also the same expectations of life, that nobody else can put obstacles in front of them. And so, my last comment for all the men in the room, let's stand with her. Let's stop every tiny little detail. And to do that, we only need to do one thing. We need to start becoming conscious of those changes. The change is not happening in the boardrooms, it's not happening in the companies, it's happening in here. It is a change within us that we need to bring forward. I want to congratulate the government of Telangana for this fantastic campaign, and I believe that with this leadership and targeting youth as the innovators and the champions, we can make a serious dent and make sure that the very powerful workforce that is there, that is staying home, is going to come out and contribute wholly, meaningfully, and completely to a future we all deserve. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Be the change you want to see. So next, I would like to have a special invitee, Dr. Yogita Rana, Principal Secretary, Government of Government, Higher Education and School Education, Telangana, to kindly speak with the audience.
Honor to be here today for the launch of Stand With Her campaign. Let me begin with a small and a familiar picture in our families or in our homes. When a boy leaves the home, we say, all the best. And when a daughter steps out, she is told, be careful. Those two words, be careful, carry the weight of generations. They carry worry, fear, caution, deep concern, and a reality that all the women know very well. A girl may leave home for a school or a college with her talent, with her mind and ambition in her heart. But she also carries an invisible burden to stay alert, to avoid risk, to always watch the time, to measure the space around her. And that is exactly why this campaign matters, because Stand With Her asks us to change the question. For too long, society has asked what women should do to stay safe. Every day we tell the child, a girl child, what precautions she has to take to be safe. Today, we must ask what men must do to ensure that the woman can live free from fear. That is the moral force of this initiative today, and it's really a privilege and a graceful occasion that Honorable CM Sir himself is attending this beautiful initiation of our government. It is about something far more urgent. It is about ending humiliation, intimidation, stalking, harassment, the silence of those who witness wrong and do nothing. It is to end the culture that excuses it, minimizes it, or looks away. And that is why men standing with women is so important. It is to end the peer culture that normalizes disrespect to the girl and against the silence that allows harm to continue in a broad daylight. Standing with women means saying clearly, this will not be accepted, not in our homes, workplaces, streets, or in our campuses. As someone serving as a secretary of the Education Department, I feel strongly that this conversation must enter our institutions of learning in a serious and a sustained way, because education is not only about producing successful professionals. It is about shaping responsible human beings. If our institutions sharpen the mind but do not shape character, then something essentially is wrong and is missing. As we gather here at JNTU today, that feels especially significant. Campuses like this must help create not only knowledge and innovation, but also a culture where women feel safe, respected, and equal. Safety is not a privilege to be granted to the girl child. Dignity is not a favor to be extended. It is the right of every girl, and it is a right of every woman. I would also like to deeply appreciate the Telangana Police and the Women's Safety Wing for bringing forward this campaign. It is very thoughtful, timely, and necessary. Let it be a commitment, not only in word and prose, a commitment to raise sons with respect, to build institutions with character, and to create a Telangana where women live not in caution but in freedom. To me, that is the true spirit of Stand With Her. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, ma'am. Next, we request Director General of Police, Telangana, Shri D. Shivadar Reddy Garu, to make an announcement, our guest of honor.
తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్ర మాన్య ముఖ్యమంత్రి శ్రీ రేవంత్ రెడ్డి గారు, రాజ్యసభ మెంబర్ డిజిగ్నేట్ వి నరేందర్ రెడ్డి గారు, చారు సిన్హా గారు, Sai Varun Teja garu. Good afternoon, everyone. It's an honor and my responsibility to be part of this momentous program being organized by Women's Safety Wing of Telangana, headed by Mr. Charu Sinha, who is also heading the Anti-Corruption Bureau as well as CID of the state of Telangana, with a powerful theme, Stand with Her. The phrase appears very simple, just 3 words, but the message is very profound. The meaning is very profound. We keep speaking about women's empowerment, women's safety, gender equality. Laws have been strengthened, institutions have been created, and awareness campaigns are taken up. These are important, very essential, but the important element often determines whether a woman is feeling safe or not is the response of the people around her, particularly when she is moving in public spaces and public places. When a woman faces eve teasing or harassment in a bus, on a street, in a market, or on a college campus, or in a workplace, the question is not only about the offender, the question is also of the person who is a mute spectator and a silent bystander. Too often, people see something worse happening, wrong happening, and choose to look the other way. Stand with her is a call to change that culture. It's a call to every man, a friend, a colleague, a fellow passenger, a student, a shopkeeper, a passerby, to say, I will not remain silent, I will not be a mute spectator. Standing with her doesn't mean that you should get physical with somebody, or pick a fight with somebody. It simply means that you're offering her support, you're asking if she's okay, you're alerting the authorities, you're creating a protective environment and presence, and refusing to normalize a disrespectful behavior. Even a small act of solidarity can make a woman feel very safe in the society. I congratulate once again the Women's Safety Wing of Telangana Police for taking up this very noble initiative, and I thank the Honorable CM for being present here to take up this, to launch this program. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Now, we have the campaign by the brand ambassador himself. So, all your eyes on screen, please. Lights off. And here we launch our own brand ambassador, Sai Durgatej, on screen. AD, please, with lights off.
ప్రతి మగాడికి ఉండే కోరికే నాకు ఆడపిల్ల ఉంటే బాగుందని, కానీ ఎక్కడో ఏదో భయం. ఎందుకంటారు? ఏమర్థా? ఒక మనిషి వంట చేస్తున్నట్టు ఇమాజిన్ చేసుకో, ఒక మనిషి కాలు మీద కాలు వేసుకొని కాఫీ తాగుతున్నట్టు ఇమాజిన్ చేసుకో, ఒక మనిషి పట్టుకు తూతున్నట్టు, ఒక మనిషికి డబ్బులు ఎక్కడుతున్నట్టు. దేనికి ఎవరిని ఊహించున్నారో నీకు తెలుసు, నాకు తెలుసు. అందుకే భయం. అయినా తప్పు మంది కాదులే. చిన్నప్పటి నుంచి మనం అదే నేర్చుకున్నాం. ఏడిస్తే అమ్మాయిలు ఎగురుస్తామని, ఆటలు ఓడిపోతే అమ్మాయిలు ఆడుతామని, చివరికి ఉద్యోగం చేయకపోతే ఆడంగిలాగా ఇంట్లో కూర్చుంటామని. ప్రతిసారి అమ్మాయి అనే పరువును తక్కువలాగా వాడడం అలవాటైపోయింది. అందుకే భయం. అమ్మాయిగా పుట్టడం వల్ల తను ఎంత సర్దుకుపోవాలో, ఎంత జాగ్రత్తగా ఉండాలో, ఎంత స్వేచ్ఛను కోల్పోవాలో, ఎంత ప్రూవ్ చేయాలో అనే భయం ఉంది. నేను ఏదో పెద్ద పెద్ద క్రైమ్స్ గురించి మాట్లాడలేదు, రోజు జరిగే చిన్న చిన్న విషయాల గురించి మాట్లాడుతున్నాను. ఆఫీస్లో, ఇంట్లో, పబ్లిక్ స్పేస్లో, ఆన్లైన్లో. అవును, మనం ఎప్పుడు మన అమ్మ, చెల్లి, అక్క గురించి, మన గర్ల్ ఫ్రెండ్ ఆర్ వైఫ్ గురించి, మనతో పనిచేసే మన కొలీగ్ గురించి అసలు ఇంత ఆలోచించలేదే. వాళ్ళు కూడా ఎవరికో కూతురులే కదా బాస్. మనకి కూతురు కావాలనేసరికి ఇంత భయం, ఇన్ని ఆలోచనలు పొడుచుకొచ్చాయా? అసలు నేను ఎందుకు ఇంత భయపడుతున్నా? ఈ భయం తగ్గాలంటే ఏం చేయాలి? నాకు తెలిసి సొల్యూషన్ చాలా సింపుల్ అబ్బా. మనం పెద్ద పెద్ద యుద్ధాలు చేయక్కర్లేదు, తొట్లు కొట్టక్కర్లేదు. రోజు లేవగానే దుప్పటి మడత పెడితే చాలు, కాఫీ కప్పు సింక్ దగ్గర పెడితే చాలు, ఒక అమ్మాయి మాట్లాడుతున్నప్పుడు పూర్తిగా వింటే చాలు, అమ్మాయి పైకి ఎదుగుతుంటే అది తన కష్టం వల్లే అని నమ్మితే చాలు, కేరును ముసుగులో కంట్రోల్ చేయకపోతే చాలు, మన కళ్ళు మన కంట్రోల్లో ఉంటే చాలు, అమ్మాయిని తప్పు చేసి చూస్తే ఇది తప్పు అని చెప్తే చాలు. నాట్ ఆల్ మెన్ అని రాయడం కాదు, నాట్ ఆల్ మెన్ అని ప్రూవ్ చేయాలి. రాక్షసులు కొంతమంది ఉంటారు, మాట్లాడకుండా మనకెందుకు లేని దుంకునేవారు చాలా ఎక్కువ మంది ఉంటారు. మరి మనం ఏం చేయాలి? నిలబడాలి. వానర సైన్యంలాగా, మగాళ్ళలాగా నిలబడాలి. అదే మగతనం. నిలబడతాం.
Once more, please.
నాకు కోరిక ఉంది, ప్రతి మగాడికి ఉండే కోరికే, నాకు ఆడపిల్ల ఉంటే బాగుందని. కానీ ఎక్కడో ఏదో భయం. ఎందుకంటారు? గేమర్దా, ఒక మనిషి వంట చేస్తున్నట్టు ఇమాజిన్ చేసుకో, ఒక మనిషి కాలు మీద కాలు వేసుకొని కాఫీ తాగుతున్నట్టు ఇమాజిన్ చేసుకో, ఓ మనిషి బట్టలు ఉతుకుతున్నట్టు, ఓ మనిషికి డబ్బులు ఎక్కడుతున్నట్టు. దేనికి ఎవరు ఊహించున్నారు? నీకు తెలుసు, నాకు తెలుసు. అందుకే భయం. అయినా తప్పు మంది కాదులే. చిన్నప్పటి నుంచి మనం అదే నేర్చుకున్నాం. ఏడుస్తే అమ్మాయిలు ఎగురుస్తామని, ఆటలు ఓడిపోతే అమ్మాయిలు ఆడుతామని, చివరికి ఉద్యోగం చేయకపోతే ఆడంగిలాగా ఇంట్లో కూర్చుంటామని. ప్రతిసారి అమ్మాయి అనే పదం తక్కువలాగా వాడడం అలవాటైపోయింది. అందుకే భయం. అమ్మాయిగా పుట్టడం వల్ల తను ఎంత సర్దుకుపోవాలో, ఎంత జాగ్రత్తగా ఉండాలో, ఎంత స్వేచ్ఛను కోల్పోవాలో, ఎంత ప్రూవ్ చేయాలో అనే భయం ఉంది. నేను ఏదో పెద్ద పెద్ద క్రైమ్స్ గురించి మాట్లాడలేదు, రోజు జరిగే చిన్న చిన్న విషయాల గురించి మాట్లాడుతున్నాను. ఆఫీస్లో, ఇంట్లో, పబ్లిక్ స్పేస్లో, ఆన్లైన్లో. అవును, మనం ఎప్పుడు మన అమ్మ, చెల్లి, అక్క గురించి, మన గర్ల్ ఫ్రెండ్ ఆర్ వైఫ్ గురించి, మనతో పనిచేసే మన కొలీగ్ గురించి అసలు ఇంత ఆలోచించలేదే. వాళ్ళు కూడా ఎవరికో కూతురులే కదా బాస్. మనకి కూతురు కావాలనేసరికి ఇంత భయం, ఇన్ని ఆలోచనలు పొడుచుకొచ్చాయా? అసలు నేను ఎందుకు ఇంత భయపడుతున్నా? ఈ భయం తగ్గాలంటే ఏం చేయాలి? నాకు తెలిసి సొల్యూషన్ చాలా సింపుల్ అబ్బా. మనం పెద్ద పెద్ద యుద్ధాలు చేయక్కర్లేదు, తొట్లో కొట్టక్కర్లేదు. రోజు లేవగానే దుప్పటి మడత పెడితే చాలు, కాఫీ కప్పు సింక్ దగ్గర పెడితే చాలు, ఒక అమ్మాయి మాట్లాడుతున్నప్పుడు పూర్తిగా వింటే చాలు, అమ్మాయి పైకి ఎదుగుతుంటే అది తన కష్టం వల్లే అని నమ్మితే చాలు, కేరును ముసుగులో కంట్రోల్ చేయకపోతే చాలు, మన కళ్ళు మన కంట్రోల్లో ఉంటే చాలు, అమ్మాయిని తప్పు చేసి చూస్తే ఇది తప్పు అని చెప్తే చాలు. నాట్ ఆల్ మెన్ అని రాయడం కాదు, నాట్ ఆల్ మెన్ అని ప్రూవ్ చేయాలి. రాక్షసులు కొంతమంది ఉంటారు, మాట్లాడకుండా మనకెందుకు లేని దుంకునేవారు చాలా ఎక్కువ మంది ఉంటారు. మరి మనం ఏం చేయాలి? నిలబడాలి. వానర సైన్యంలాగా, మగాళ్ళలాగా నిలబడాలి. అదే మగతనం. నిలబడతాం.
Now, I request the man who's changed his dharma to Durga to become half feminine, Sri Sai Durgate Kalwa brand ambassador, to talk to the young audience.
అందరికీ నమస్కారం అండి. రేవంత్ అన్నకి, ఐఎమ్ సారీ, నాకు రేవంత్ అన్నకి అండ్ టు ఆల్ ద స్టూడెంట్స్, థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్ ఫర్ హ్యావింగ్ మీ హియర్. అండ్ ఇందాక ఒక అబ్బాయి లీచ్ వాళ్ళ మదర్ గురించి మాట్లాడు, ఒకసారి పిలుస్తారు. ఇందాక ఫస్ట్ రో, హ్యాట్స్ ఆఫ్ టు యూ, వెరీ వెరీ గుడ్ జాబ్. అండ్ టు ఆల్ ద స్టూడెంట్స్, ఐ నో యువర్ బోర్డ్ బాగా బోర్ కొట్టేస్తుంది, ఎక్కువ స్పీచ్ ఇవ్వనండి. I'll tell you only one thing, respect your women just like how you respect your mother. Simple as that. Keep very simple, okay? మీ మదర్ ఎలాగైతే మర్యాద ఇస్తారో అలాగే అందరు లేడీస్ని అలాగే చూడండి. మీ టీచర్స్ కావచ్చు, మీ ఫ్రెండ్స్ కావచ్చు, ఎవరైనా కావచ్చు, ఓకే? సో ప్లీజ్ దయచేసి లుక్ ఎట్ ఆల్ ద ఉమెన్ లైక్ యువర్ మదర్స్ అండ్ గివ్ దెమ్ రెస్పెక్ట్. Okay, and thank you so much, and I would like to end the speech right now. Thank you. Jai Hind. Sorry. బైక్ నడిపినప్పుడు హెల్మెట్ మాత్రం ప్లీజ్. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
Thank you. Now we request our leader, Honorable Chief Minister of Telangana, Revanth Reddy Garu, to address the young audience.
తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్ర మహిళా పోలీస్ విభాగము, యూనిసెఫ్ సంస్థలు తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రంలో మహిళలకు రక్షణ ఉంటుంది, రక్షణ ఉండాలి అనే కార్యక్రమాన్ని ఏర్పాటు చేసి నాతో పాటు ఈ కార్యక్రమంలో సాయి ధరమ్ తేజ్ని, తెలంగాణ పోలీస్ విభాగ అధిపతి శివధర్ రెడ్డి గారిని, ఇతర పోలీసు ఉన్నతాధికారులను ఆహ్వానించిన చారు సిన్హా గారికి, ఇతర ఉన్నతాధికారులందరికీ రేపు మనం జరుపుకోబోయే మహిళా దినోత్సవ శుభాకాంక్షలు. అంతర్జాతీయ మహిళా దినోత్సవ కార్యక్రమాన్ని జరుపుకోవడం ద్వారా మన బాధ్యత తీరిపోయింది. మన రాష్ట్రంలో, మన దేశంలో మహిళలకు సంపూర్ణమైన రక్షణ కల్పించమని ఎవరైనా భావిస్తే అది అసంపూర్తి అని నేను భావిస్తున్నాను. అందుకే ఈనాడు తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్ర ప్రభుత్వం ఒక మహిళ నాయకత్వం వహించిన పార్టీ నుంచి ఏర్పడ్డది. తెలంగాణ ఏర్పాటు బిల్లును ఇంకొక మహిళా లోక్సభ స్పీకర్గా బాధ్యత నిర్వహించి ఈ రాష్ట్రాన్ని ఏర్పాటు చేయడం జరిగింది. ఈ దేశానికి రాష్ట్రపతిగా, ఈ దేశానికి ప్రధానమంత్రిగా, ఈ దేశంలో లోక్సభ స్పీకర్గా, వివిధ రాష్ట్రాలలో ముఖ్యమంత్రులుగా మహిళలకు అవకాశం ఇచ్చిన 140 సంవత్సరాల చరిత్ర కలిగిన కాంగ్రెస్ పార్టీకి ఈరోజు తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రంలో ప్రజలు అధికారం కట్టబెట్టింది. ప్రతిభా పాటిల్ కావచ్చు, శ్రీమతి ఇందిరాగాంధీ గారు కావచ్చు, శ్రీమతి సోనియా గాంధీ గారు కావచ్చు, శ్రీమతి మీరా కుమార్ కావచ్చు, ఇలా చెప్పుకుంటూ వెళ్తే స్వతంత్రానికి ముందు, స్వతంత్రం వచ్చిన తర్వాత రాజకీయ పార్టీలలో మహిళల యొక్క ప్రాధాన్యతను గుర్తించి మహిళలకు అత్యంత బాధ్యతాయుతమైన పదవులను కట్టబెట్టి సమర్థవంతంగా వాళ్ళు ఆ బాధ్యతలను నిర్వహించారు. శక్తిని మనం మహిళతో పోలుస్తాం, అభివృద్ధిని, కుటుంబం యొక్క గౌరవాన్ని నిలబెట్టడానికి మహిళతోనే పోలుస్తాం. కానీ అలాంటి మహిళకు రక్షణ కల్పించలేకపోతున్నాము. అభద్రతా భావంలో మహిళలు ప్రతిరోజు ఇంటి నుంచి బయలుదేరుతున్నారు అని అంటే అది ఏ ఒక్క రాష్ట్ర ప్రభుత్వానికి గౌరవం కాదు. అందుకే తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్ర ప్రభుత్వం ఈ రాష్ట్రంలో ఇంతకుముందు మహిళా వేధింపు కార్యక్రమాలు పట్టణాలకే పరిమితమయ్యేది, లేదా కొన్ని కళాశాలలోనో లేకపోతే పబ్లిక్ ప్లేసెస్లోనో మహిళలు వేధింపులకు గురయ్యేది. సాంకేతిక పరిజ్ఞానం పెంపొందిన ఈ సమయంలో cyber crime, social media also is playing a crucial role in harassment of women. Here we have to take some responsibility. We have to correct ourselves. మనల్ని మనము సవరించుకొని మన బాధ్యతలను మనం నెరవేర్చాల్సిన సందర్భం వచ్చింది. ఇంతకుముందు ఉన్నతాధికారులు మాట్లాడుతూ అమ్మాయిలు ఇంట్లో నుంచి బయలుదేరినప్పుడు జాగ్రత్తగా ఉండను, లేకపోతే ఏదైనా తప్పు జరిగితే అమ్మాయిలనే తప్పు పట్టడము, ఇలాంటివన్నీ మన వ్యవస్థలో వేళ్ళూనుకున్న ఒక దుష్ట సాంప్రదాయం. అదేవిధంగా ప్రభుత్వాలు మహిళా రక్షణ కోసం చట్టాలు చేయడం, మహిళా రక్షణ కోసం పోలీసుల పర్యవేక్షణ చేయడంతోనే మన బాధ్యత అయిపోయింది అని భావిస్తే మన బాధ్యత పూర్తి అవ్వలేదు. ఈరోజు సమాజంలో ఉండే మనము చట్టాలను చేయడం, పోలీసులు పర్యవేక్షణ చేయడమే కాదు, ఒక సోషల్ రెస్పాన్సిబిలిటీ మనం తీసుకున్నప్పుడే ఆ సమస్యకు పరిష్కారం దొరుకుతుంది అని చెప్పి నేను భావిస్తున్నా. సోషల్ రెస్పాన్సిబిలిటీ మన కుటుంబ సభ్యులను ఎవరైనా వేధింపులకు పాల్పడ్డప్పుడు, మన కుటుంబ సభ్యులకు చదువుకునే కళాశాలలోనో, ఉద్యోగం చేసుకునే ప్రాంతంలోనో, లేదా పబ్లిక్ ప్లేసెస్ రైల్వే స్టేషన్ కావచ్చు, బస్ స్టాండ్ కావచ్చు, ఇంకెక్కడైనా సినిమా హాల్ కావచ్చు, ఎక్కడికైనా వెళ్ళినప్పుడు మన కుటుంబ సభ్యులకు జరిగే అసౌకర్యం కానీ అవమానం కానీ మనం ఏ విధంగా ఆలోచన చేస్తామో ఇతర ఆడపిల్లల పట్ల కూడా మనం అదే విధంగా ఆలోచన చేసి దానికి అవసరమైన నివారణ చర్యలు తీసుకోవాలని చెప్పి తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్ర ముఖ్యమంత్రిగా మీ అందరికీ సూచన చేస్తున్నా. నేను ఈరోజు తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రం అభివృద్ధి చెందుతున్న రాష్ట్రం. ఈ రాష్ట్రంలో మన మహిళల కోసం ఎన్నో నిర్ణయాలు తీసుకుంటున్నాం. ఈరోజు మహిళలకు కుటుంబానికి రేషన్ కార్డు ఇచ్చినా మహిళ పేరు మీదనే ఇవ్వాలనుకుంటున్నాం. ప్రభుత్వం తరఫున ఇళ్ల కేటాయింపు జరిగినా మహిళ పేరు మీదనే ఈరోజు ఇళ్ల కేటాయింపులు జరుగుతున్నాయి. ఈరోజు చాలా పథకాలకు మహిళా పేరు మీదనే స్వయం సహాయక సంఘాలు 65 లక్షల మంది సభ్యులు తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రంలో ఉంటే వాళ్ళకి ఫైనాన్షియల్ అసిస్టెన్స్ కింద 27,000 crores లాస్ట్ ఇయర్ మనం ఆర్థికంగా వాళ్ళు నిలబడాలి, ఆర్థికంగా వాళ్ళు నిలబడ్డప్పుడు ఈ సమాజంలో వాళ్ళకి గౌరవం దక్కుతుంది అని చెప్పి ఈరోజు మహిళా శక్తిని మనం ప్రోత్సహిస్తున్నాం. ఈరోజు హైటెక్ సిటీ అంటే మైక్రోసాఫ్ట్, ఇన్ఫోసిస్ లేదా విప్రో లాంటి ఐటీ కంపెనీలే కాదు, ఆ పక్కనే ఇందిరా మహిళా శక్తి స్టాల్స్ అని చెప్పి మహిళలకు ప్రపంచ స్థాయిలో వాళ్ళు ఉత్పత్తి చేసే వస్తువులను ప్రదర్శించడానికి 3 ఎకరాల స్థలాన్ని 100 కోట్ల రూపాయల విలువ చేసే వసతులను అక్కడ తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్ర ప్రభుత్వం ఏర్పాటు చేసింది. ఈరోజు గ్రామీణ ప్రాంతాలలో ఉండే తెలంగాణ మహిళలు తయారు చేసే ఉత్పత్తి చేసే వస్తువులను అమెజాన్ ప్లాట్ఫామ్ మీద రాష్ట్ర ప్రభుత్వం ఒప్పందం చేసి వాళ్ళు ఉత్పత్తి చేస్తున్న వస్తువులను ప్రపంచ స్థాయిలో ఈరోజు మార్కెటింగ్ చేసుకోవడానికి అమెజాన్తో తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్ర ప్రభుత్వం ఒప్పందం చేసింది. సోలార్ బిజినెస్ అంటే మనమందరం అదానీ అంబానీలే అనుకుంటున్నాం. ఈరోజు స్వయం సహాయక సంఘాలు తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రంలో ఉన్న వాళ్లకు 1000 మెగావాట్ సోలార్ పవర్ ఉత్పత్తి చేసి తెలంగాణ విద్యుత్ శాఖకు అమ్మే విధంగా ఈరోజు ఆర్థికంగా వాళ్ళను నిలబెట్టి ఈరోజు సోలార్ విద్యుత్ ఉత్పత్తి అదానీ అంబానీలతోని ఆడపిల్లలు పోటీ పడే విధంగా తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్ర ప్రభుత్వం ఈరోజు అవకాశం ఇచ్చింది. అదేవిధంగా తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రంలో ఆర్టీసీ బస్సుల్లో మహిళలకు ఉచిత ప్రయాణం ఏర్పాటు చేస్తే చాలా మంది మహిళలు బస్సుల్లో ఉచిత ప్రయాణం మాత్రమే చేయగలరని భావిస్తున్నారు. కానీ ఆర్టీసీకి 1000 బస్సులను కొనుగోలు చేసి 1000 బస్సులకు తెలంగాణ స్వయం సహాయక మహిళలు యజమానులుగా మారి ఆర్టీసీకి ఈరోజు ట్రాన్స్పోర్ట్ కార్పొరేషన్కి ఈరోజు వాళ్ళు బస్సులను పెట్టి ఈరోజు తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రంలో నడుపుతున్న బస్సుల్లో 1000 బస్సుల భాగస్వామ్యం ఈరోజు మహిళల చేతుల్లో ఆర్థిక శక్తిని పెంచడానికి ఈరోజు తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్ర ప్రభుత్వం వాళ్ళకి అవకాశం ఇచ్చింది. ఇదే కాదు, తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్ర ప్రభుత్వం వివిధ జిల్లాలలో ప్రభుత్వ స్థలాలను కేటాయించి పెట్రోల్ బంకులు నడపడానికి ఈరోజు ఆడపిల్లలకే స్వయంగా పెట్రోల్ బంక్స్ నిర్వహించడానికి ఈరోజు మహిళా శక్తి ఈరోజు మనం ప్రోత్సహిస్తున్నాం. ఎక్కడ అవకాశం ఉంటే అక్కడ ఆడపిల్లలకు ఈరోజు ఆర్థికంగా నిలబడడానికి అవకాశం ఇచ్చినాం. అదే కాదు, దేశంలోనే మొట్టమొదటిసారి మహిళా యూనివర్సిటీకి వీరనారి చాకలి ఐలమ్మ స్ఫూర్తిని, పోరాట స్ఫూర్తితో ఈరోజు మహిళా యూనివర్సిటీకి వీరనారి చాకలి ఐలమ్మ పేరు ఈరోజు మనం పెట్టుకోవడం జరిగింది. అంతెందుకు, తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రానికి తెలంగాణ తల్లి అని ఒక ఆడబిడ్డనే మనం ఒక అమ్మగా ఈరోజు తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రానికి ఒక స్ఫూర్తిని, ఒక మూర్తిని ఈరోజు మన ప్రభుత్వం అందించుకున్నది. అంటే ఈ తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రంలో మొన్నటి వరకు చీఫ్ సెక్రటరీగా కూడా ఒక మహిళా అధికారే ఉండే, నేను వచ్చిన తర్వాత ఆల్మోస్ట్ 1.5 years. సో ఈరోజు విజిలెన్స్ అండ్ ఎన్ఫోర్స్మెంట్ డీజీ షికాగో, యాంటీ కరప్షన్ బ్యూరో డీజీ చారు సిన్హా గారు, వివిధ శాఖలకి ఈరోజు పోలీస్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్లో అత్యంత కీలకమైన శాఖలు మహిళా అధికారులే. ఎడ్యుకేషన్ సెక్రటరీ, ప్రిన్సిపల్ సెక్రటరీ యోగితా రాణా, మున్సిపల్ ప్రిన్సిపల్ సెక్రటరీ టి శ్రీదేవి. ఈరోజు కీలకమైన శాఖలన్నిటిని కూడా చాలా జిల్లాలకు ఎస్పీలుగా, చాలా జిల్లాలకు కలెక్టర్స్గా, ఇంక్లూడింగ్ హైదరాబాద్ కలెక్టర్ మహిళల చేతుల్లో ఈరోజు ఈ ప్రభుత్వం అధికారాన్ని అందించింది. ఈ రాష్ట్ర ప్రభుత్వానికి మహిళల యొక్క శక్తి, మహిళల యొక్క నైపుణ్యం పట్ల సంపూర్ణమైన విశ్వాసం ఉన్నది. కానీ తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రంలో ఇంకా మహిళలకు సంపూర్ణమైన రక్షణ ఉన్నదా అంటే కొంచెం ఆలోచన చేయాల్సిన పరిస్థితులు ఉన్నాయి. అందుకే ఈరోజు తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్ర ప్రభుత్వం దేశంలోనే మహిళలకు అత్యంత భద్రత కలిగిన రాష్ట్రంగా తెలంగాణను తీర్చిదిద్దాలి అని ఈరోజు ఒక మంచి కార్యక్రమాన్ని తీసుకొని ఈరోజు మిమ్మల్ని అందరిని ఆహ్వానించి, ఈరోజు ఇక్కడ 1/3 అమ్మాయిలు ఉంటే 2/3 మేల్ ఫీమేల్ కాంబినేషన్ ఉంది. వాళ్ళ రక్షణ వాళ్ళకు వదిలేయకుండా వాళ్ళ రక్షణ ఇక్కడున్న మనమందరం తీసుకుంటే ఆ దేశంలో ఆర్థిక పురోగతి సాధించినాయి. ఈరోజు తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రం కూడా ఆర్థిక పురోగతి వైపు వేగంగా ప్రయాణం చేస్తుంది అంటే ఈ రాష్ట్రంలో ప్రభుత్వం కానీ, ప్రైవేట్ కార్పొరేట్ సెక్టర్స్లో కానీ మహిళలకు సముచితమైన అవకాశాలు ఉన్నాయి. వాళ్ళు ఇంకా రాణించాలి, ధైర్యంగా వాళ్ళు ఉద్యోగ ఉపాధి అవకాశాలను నిర్వహించాలి అని అంటే ఆ మహిళలకు రక్షణ ఉండాలి. ఆ రక్షణ కల్పించే బాధ్యత చట్టాలు చేయడమో, పోలీసుల పహారాలు కాయడమో సరిపోదు. మనందరం కూడా సామాజిక బాధ్యతగా తీసుకోవాలి. మనందరం కూడా ఆ రక్షణ కల్పించినప్పుడు, ఎవరైనా ఏదైనా వాళ్ళకి ఇబ్బంది కలిగించినప్పుడు నిలబడి ప్రశ్నించే అనే తత్వాన్ని మనం పెంచుకోవాలి. నాకెందుకులే అనో చూసి చూడనట్టు ఉండడం కూడా ఒక రకంగా నేరాన్ని ప్రోత్సహించడమే. అది కాలేజీలో కావచ్చు, బస్ స్టాండ్లో కావచ్చు, బస్సులో ప్రయాణం చేసేటప్పుడు కావచ్చు, రైలు ప్రయాణం చేసేటప్పుడు కావచ్చు, ఎనీ అదర్ పబ్లిక్ ప్లేస్ ఎక్కడ ఇలాంటి సంఘటనలు జరిగినా మనం దాన్ని సవరించడానికి ప్రయత్నం చేయాలి. కంప్లీట్ పోలీస్ వ్యవస్థ ఈరోజు టెక్నాలజీని కూడా మనం అడాప్ట్ చేసుకున్నాము. ఈరోజు ఫిజికల్ క్రైమ్ కంటే కూడా సోషల్ క్రైమ్ పెరిగిపోయింది, సోషల్ మీడియా క్రైమ్ పెరిగిపోయింది, సైబర్ క్రైమ్ పెరిగిపోయింది. ఆడపిల్లల్ని వేధించడానికి ఈరోజు టెక్నాలజీని కూడా ఎక్కువగా వినియోగిస్తున్నారు. డీప్ ఫేక్ వీడియోస్ తయారు చేస్తున్నారు. వీటన్నిటిని కూడా మనం ప్రభుత్వ పరంగా నియంత్రించడానికి మన సైబర్ క్రైమ్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ని కూడా ఎంపవర్ చేసినాం. షికాగో ఈజ్ వర్కింగ్ ఆన్ దట్. అండ్ ఈ రక్షణకు సంబంధించి కూడా చారు సిన్హా గారు పూర్తి స్థాయిలో ప్రయత్నం చేస్తున్నారు. మీరు, మనము అందరం స్టాండ్ విత్ హర్ అంటే స్లోగన్ రాగానే లేచి నించోవడం కాదు, మనందరం సమస్య వచ్చినప్పుడు నించోవడం అని నేను భావిస్తున్నా. ఇంతకుముందు స్టాండ్ విత్ హర్ అనే ఆ సాంగ్ వచ్చినప్పుడు మా అబ్బాయిలు మిత్రులు అందరూ ఆలోచన చేస్తారు, కొంచెం లేచి నించోవాలన్నా వద్దా, కూర్చోవాలన్నా. ఆ సంశయం వద్దు. నిలబడాలి అంటే నిలబడాలి, నిటారుగా నిలబడాలి, గట్టిగా నిలబడాలి. అప్పుడే మన గౌరవం పెరుగుతుంది. నిలబడ్డ వాడికే గౌరవం ఉంటుంది. సహాయంగా నిలబడ్డ వాడికి మర్యాద కూడా ఉంటుంది. గౌరవం, మర్యాద అనేది మన బాధ్యత భావించి అలా ముందుకు వెళ్ళాలి అని భావిస్తూ మీ అందరి దగ్గర సెలవు తీసుకుంటున్నా. ధన్యవాదాలు మిత్రులారా.
థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్. ధన్యవాదాలండి. థ్యాంక్స్ ఫర్ స్టాండింగ్ విత్ హర్. అండ్ ఇప్పుడు ఐ రిక్వెస్ట్ అవర్ అడిషనల్ డీజీపీ ఉమెన్ సేఫ్టీ వింగ్ తెలంగాణ, మన వచ్చిన అతిథులందరికీ ఒక ఆత్మీయ సత్కారం కృతజ్ఞత తెలుపుతూ heartfelt gratitude. So first to Honorable Chief Minister of Telangana Revanth Reddy garu, alage Srimati Shika Goyal garki, Sai Durg Tej garki, Swati Lakra garu, Additional DGP Organization, Home Guards Telangana, Dr. Yogita Rana garu, IAS officer, Srimati Anita Ramachandran garu, alage taditarulu. Thank you. Thank you. This is just a new beginning. Please hold on. Please stay.
Do you think about me? Don't do it for the drama, don't do it for the fame. If you wanna win the race, you gotta set the pace. Don't do it.
Valentine's Soda, stay true.
Tata Power. He is a distinguished leader in the global energy sector and recognized for driving innovation and clean energy transformation across India's largest integrated power utility. Welcome, sir. We have also Arundhati ma'am, who is the president and CEO of Salesforce South Asia. She recently, as most of you must be knowing, was honored with the Padma Shri for her contributions to trade and industry, and she brings a legacy of leadership, innovation, and impact. Welcome, ma'am. So without any further delay, I would request Arundhati ma'am to come forward and...
Thank you. First of all, thank you, Dr. Sinha, for agreeing to sort of do this alongside of us. As you know, where Salesforce is concerned, we start everything with gratitude to all of you, thanking all of you for being part of what we are doing and for being here today. So thank you very much. Salesforce believes in, 5 basic values. And those 5 basic values are trust and, customer success, innovation, equality, and sustainability. So basically, our vision has always been that customers and customer success is what we are all about. Means if we are not able to make them successful, if we are not able to take away their pain points, then the point of us being around, it doesn't really make sense. So we really want to connect with our customers in a whole new way. And all of our products that we bring, the processes that we bring, the partnership that we bring to our customers, that is done in a manner to ensure that we are not just one of those other vendors, but that we are becoming strategic partners with our customers. Now, if you look at the way we did our operations have been in India. Since we have been here since 2005, they were very small operations at that point of time. Much of the sales, etc., used to happen from out of Singapore. This was more to do with the global support that we had. And then we set up a center of excellence in 2016 because we realized the depth of the engineering talent that is available in India, and obviously Salesforce wanted to have a center of excellence, one of the GCCs, so to speak. Then in 2020, they decided that it was time to grow big. So in 2020, when I came in as CEO, there were 2,500 people in the organization. Today, there are more than 14,000 plus, and on top of that, we will also be incorporating Informatica into our ranks. So that's going to be a very large number of people coming in as well. By 2024, we had crossed $1 billion of revenue, and we had a 47% growth last year, where we crossed $1.5 billion of revenue. And of course, you know, now we have completed 10 years of the COE. So we are very proud to let you know that at this point, almost every single solution that we come out with in Salesforce has a team working out of either Hyderabad or Bangalore, or maybe even out of Pune or Jaipur. We are currently in 6 centers, and we have teams for every single one of our initiatives in the US. There are part of the teams work out of India. So that's also something that we are very proud about. And in fact, nowadays, many of the global leaders, they have begun sitting out of India. When we started, or when I started, there were only very junior people that were recruited. Today, there are a lot of senior people being recruited in Salesforce also. Okay, so if you look at what is the agentic moment that we are talking about the agentic enterprise now, because this is where all of IT is evolving today. We believe that Indian AI marketplace will reach about 20 billion by 2008. These are by 2028. These are, by the way, you know, data that has been taken from various sources. These are not internal data. These are external data that we are relying upon. But this is quite, you know, quite reliable data, therefore. India, as you know, it ranks 3rd globally in AI competitiveness and ecosystem vibrancy. And if any of you have been in the AI Impact Summit, you would attest to this. In fact, there was so much of vibrancy that there was total chaos on the first day. So maybe we should have catered to, with the idea that there would be so much of interest. And the one thing that I was also telling Dr. Sinha, that a lot of the foreign delegates told me that whereas in such conferences abroad, and by the way, this is the 4th of a series, this AI Impact. It is the 4th of a series. The last time was held in Paris. They said that, you know, the people who came in, they had a lot of apprehensions about, you know, job losses and what would happen and things like that. And they said they had absolutely no such feelings in the people in India. There seemed to be instead a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of curiosity, a lot of energy that they had not seen in any other country. And there was one fireside talk that I had with Mr. Nilekani. And what Nandan said was very important, and I think, you know, we should think about it, is that, you know, India is one of those few countries where the bottom of the pyramid has actually benefited from technology. Whether it be the Aadhaar, which has given them an identity, whether it be the Jan Dhan Yojana, which has given them bank accounts and inclusion in the financial system, whether it be the UPI, which has enabled all of us, including the bottom of the pyramid, to actually, you know, formalize and not be part of the informal economy, but of the formal economy, and has so much increased the ease of doing, of making payments. And now things like Digi Yatra and stuff like that, which is making so much life so much easier for so many of us. So I think because of the fact that people have benefited so much from technology in this country, there is really a lot of enthusiastic response to the way we are evolving with the technology, with AI and with agentic. So we believe that, you know, 47% operate multiple Gen AI use cases today, and that 10% are scaling across all functions. And that 91% of leaders say that the deployment speed is the #1 AI decision maker. Okay? Who they will go with and what they will do. The speed of deployment is #1. And we have here a customer today who will talk about what AI means to them, what technology has meant to them, and how they have scaled with technology. Now, if you're looking at our agentic, what Indian enterprises must do, of course, there is one thing is that before you look at AI, you need to get ready for it. And ready meaning you have to work on your data. At the end of the day, we have to understand, no matter what generative AI we bring in, they are not generating out of their own brains. They are generating on the basis of the data that you're feeding them. So your data has to be good. And obviously, you have to invest in the people, because it is, at the end of the day, the people who will actually build the agents, make sure that the agents are behaving in the right manner, and also ensure that they are being fed with the right kind of data sets to enable them to come up with the right kinds of answers. And the reason why we believe, other than the fact that, there is a general enthusiasm about AI that I talked about, is because of these things that is there in India. India is definitely very data rich on account of the fact is that our data is very diverse. Whether it be across age, whether it be across gender, whether it be across languages, whether it be across economic strata, you look at it in any way, any cut, any shape or form, we are a very data-rich economy as long as we are able to use that data correctly and well. We also have an advantage in the fact that, developers are available in this country. We graduate 1 million engineers a year. Now, all of those million will not be A1 quality, but at least quite a large number of them are. So, it is also a very big advantage that we have, is that we have the capability and the skills for us to be able to work in this area. Of course, the digital public infrastructure, you all are all aware of. I spoke about the Aadhaar, I spoke about UPI. The India stack itself is something that is really and truly giving us a lot of advantage. And the India stack today has so many pieces to it. You have something like ONDC, you have something like, TREADS, you have something like what is it called? The credit, the one that enables you to give credit. So you have various stacks that are there. The stacks on health and education are also coming up. So the digital stack is definitely another enabler for India to be able to use this technology. I've already talked about the fact that we are obviously multilingual, and that gives us a lot of data sets. And again, there is market momentum, because of which we believe that we will reach 17 billion by 2027, which is next year itself. And regarding how every company will become an agentic enterprise, this is something, this is the time, this is what we really need to work at, because I believe this is something that is absolutely going to happen, whether you like it or not. If you are going to be sustainable, this is what you need to be. And therefore, how do we ensure those better customer experiences? How do we use agentic to have higher top line, better bottom line, better productivity, and obviously efficiencies? Because whereas productivity will impact your top line, efficiencies will impact your bottom line. And that's where you need to be. And 40% of work at Fortune 1000 companies, we believe, will really be helped by AI. Remember, we are talking about elevation of work. We are not talking about replacement of work. It is humans and AI in the loop that will enable this to happen. So, of course, with this, we will talk about Tata Power. And these are the things that we are doing with Tata Power. I won't talk much about them. We are doing services, sales, and marketing. And the impact is that we want to scale the renewable energy adoption. Again, very important. The war has, underlined the fact, that we do need energy security. So this is something that will scale the renewable energy adoption. A better customer partner engagement, again, is very important for any organization, and operational efficiency and creating the digital backbone. But I will request Dr. Sinha now to come up and talk much more about it, because he knows much more about what exactly is happening. And we do believe that this partnership is something that is very valuable for us, very valuable for the nation. And I'm hoping Tata Power also feels that we are adding value, and we'll continue to work together to add that value for all of you. Thank you.
Are you looking to transition your career into data science and find a place in companies like Meta, Google, or even Amazon? If your answer is yes, then learning Python is a must. Fundamental clarity of Python concepts is the gateway to becoming a successful data scientist at any of these top product companies. What if I tell you, in just 3 hours, you can learn the most essential skills for any aspiring data scientist, and that too for free? Yes, you heard it right. Scala is organizing this free data science bootcamp to help you learn Python from scratch. You will also get to explore the must-know libraries used in Python and exploratory data analysis using Python. Click here to register and don't forget to attend.
AI can now build a website in 90 seconds, while the only AI most people over 40 know is ChatGPT. Disappear for a month and do this instead.
Stop. Please stop using ChatGPT like it's Google. Get AI certified in 28 days and you won't recognize yourself.
So I'm over 42 and I just got AI certified in less than a month. One program changed everything. I didn't quit my job or spend thousands on courses. Instead, I joined the 28-day AI challenge.
What if I've never worked with AI before?
Perfect. This challenge is built for people over 40.
Yeah.
A simple learning routine that fits your life, not disrupts it, and the best part, you're AI certified at the end.
So when does the program start showing results?
In 1 week, you'll feel unstoppable.
Yeah.
In 2 weeks, you'll have your strategy. In a month, you'll wonder why you didn't start sooner. Tap the screen to join us.
Thank you, Arundhati ji, for the brilliant introduction. For us, as a power company, it's about providing services to consumers. And the rooftop initiative, when we started about 5 years back, we just didn't have the wherewithal to reach out to people in the country. One was creating the physical presence of our teams. We didn't have channel partners, we didn't have sales team. We used to do very, very small in a year. In terms of value, we were doing something like 30 crores. In terms of number, we were doing something like 1,000 a year, 1,000 rooftops a year. So that was the type of number that we were doing, very, very subscale. But then we said that we have an aspiration to reach out to people in the country because the whole concept of having decentralized generation came in, and the decentralized generation gave the opportunity to people to set up their own rooftop, produce that energy, use it, trade it to others. So the whole paradigm shift happened in the way energy was being produced and could be used, and the concept of prosumers came in. And when we said that we have a all India ambition, it was very important for us to understand that how we will do it. It was not possible to do everything manually, and that is where Arundhati ji informed us that how some of the digital stacks have helped, whether it is the payment gateways that have come in, the UPIs, or it is the scheme whereby each person identity is through Aadhaar. I think these were, foundational technologies which gave us idea that we should also look at using a technology stack which will help us to reach to large number of people. And over a period of time, we started working with Salesforce. I think about 3 years back, Arundhati ji came to us and we said, this is a new concept and we are trying to do something, we need to learn together. And she said, yes, let's try to do something. This was not done in other places globally at this scale. And as a utility, we were first time trying. Sometimes you are a little apprehensive whether you will succeed. And we said, we'll try. Either we will succeed together or we'll fail together. But so be it, let's try this. And we started from there. I remember initially a lot of hiccups because the whole process, the business process re-engineering had to be defined, and we said that let's work towards that. And we have over a period of time come up with very unique solutions, and these are very customized to Indian requirements, customized to meeting not only requirements of customers in cities, but also in semi-urban areas, in villages. And this has been implemented. So just to give you a time frame, 1st April 2024, we were doing something like 1,000 customers a month. We moved to 1st April 25, we moved to 8,000 a month. We are now doing something like 20,000 a month. And this could not have been possible but for the support that we got from Salesforce. The whole agent force, whether it was the sales or the service or the marketing, how do you have the supply chain, how do you have the end-to-end connect was very important. Today, a customer has a tool which helps them to identify, take a photograph of their roof or take a photograph even on the ground where they want to install the rooftop solar. And they will know that what capacity of solar panels can be put, what will be the cost of that, what will be the saving of that. So you don't have to wait for an offer. We used to earlier send our engineer to the site, they would go and analyze it and come back and say that give an offer in a month's time. Now that is in few minutes that you can do, and you can do a lot of permutation combinations in that. So I think the whole process has changed, the whole supply chain, right from the process of ordering to the supply that takes place, is all done through these Salesforce solutions that we have implemented. The quality, we were struggling because every time we install over there, you have to send someone who will go and see whether the inspection, that the quality is done properly. Now you take a photograph, and the photograph itself, the AI helps us to identify that what sort of quality is there, and if there is something which is lacking from what is the standard practice. So I think the whole process has become much faster. What we initially were doing in hundreds and then went into thousands are now becoming much more. We are now more than 20,000. In fact, in the month of December, January, and also in February, we've crossed 20,000 per month. And the whole dream of that PM Surya Ghar that we will be able to reach, and the democratization of energy which will take place is taking place. And that is because we have a very smart AI solution. We have a very, very effective solution where we are able to provide on nearly real-time solutions to the customers, and thereby they feel very, very empowered in terms of taking a decision and going ahead and getting that implemented. When we implemented this rooftop, you start thinking, why can't we do it in others? So the desire and the greed comes that we should implement it. Let's try to do it. And then we started doing it on our home automation and the charging, the EV infrastructure charging, especially the home charging. We again used to do few hundred per month. Now we do nearly 2,000 per month. We are now geared up to do much more, in fact. And we have more than 200,000 home chargers all over the country. And this is pan-India. It is not that it is localized in some geographies, but it's pan-India that this sort of service is being provided. So it's phenomenal, I would say, leveraging that we have been able to do because of the technology that has been provided. And I can only tell you that the technology has many benefits, and in power sector, the technology benefit is the speed at which you can give solutions, the transparency that happens in the way the whole thing is done, because the customer is aware of everything on real-time basis. And I think this is what the customer is looking. They don't want the suspense, they don't want the uncertainty of it. And that's where they become an integral part of the solution that is being provided to them. We have done this in other areas. As a power company, we were the first one when we did distribution automation more than 15 years back. We did the SCADA system, and before that, we used to have at each grid people manually operating the system, the switchgear and the equipments over there, the transformers and all. When we implemented the SCADA system, all the people from the grids went away. So I remember there were some 500 people at that time. They came in front of my office and they said, we'll lose our job. And not a single person lost their job. In fact, they were so good in understanding the network, we used it for the GIS implementation. And the one reason why we did very good in GIS, because they had the localized knowledge of where the equipments are there, where the consumers are there, where the meters are there. And our GIS is possibly the best in the country, continuously for last. And it speaks to our SAP ISU, it speaks to my SCADA system, and it gives me on real-time information on the consumption. So I think technology is something which is a force multiplier. Technology is something which brings a lot of people who are not in the mainstream to be partner in that. We have seen many of the technology benefits which have reached, whether it is the SCADA system or the new smart meters that we have implemented. And now when we are working on our rooftop solar and the EV charging, it is helping us. So we are thankful to Salesforce for supporting us. This was a new thing. We did not have understanding of the technology and the whole opportunity that it will open up for us. Thanks to the Salesforce team which worked jointly with us, my IT team worked, business teams worked, and both the IT and domain knowledge which came into the picture helped us. And I think this is the beginning of many more solutions which we can provide to the customers, and the whole democratization of energy that can happen. So once again, I would like to thank Salesforce, thank Arundhati ji, and thank all of you for coming over here. This is good for the consumer, this is good for the country, this is good for the community, and we should do more of it. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, ma'am, for those insights. We have a time for media Q&A right now, so I would request both of you to come on stage.
Do you think about me? Don't do it for the drama, don't do it for the fame. If you wanna win the race, you gotta set the pace. Don't do it.
Valentine's Soda, stay true.
So you can raise your hands and we'll come around the hall with the mic. And yes.
Hello, good afternoon. Myself Abhishek. I'd like to ask, today we see a lot of demand in solar power. So basically, how it will help both Salesforce is helping Tata Power to have a demand basically and supply on time. Plus, how will you see your partnership with Tata? To ma'am actually, this question is. To Tata, with Tata Power help benefit customers in Mumbai and Maharashtra?
Regarding demand of solar power, I will request Dr. Sinha to give you some idea about what the demand is like. But I think, what Salesforce does is, it reduces the time that it takes for customers to be to be located, and for the onboarding of the customer with the product. Plus, it gives Tata Power the ability to have full transparency, not only Tata Power, but also the customer, to have full transparency regarding how your systems are working, what is it producing, what is it consuming. So all of that can be seen very, very clearly. So as he says, what it does is it reduces the time for the customer to start receiving the service. It also enables them to reach out to a far greater number of people. So, you know, even today, awareness is very little regarding rooftop solar, especially, you know, if you look at the fact that our country is a huge country, 1.4 billion people. If you go to a place like, for instance, Turkey, you will find that every house over there has a rooftop water heater, solar water heater. Every house. There is no house that doesn't have it. But it's a small country. You compare it with our country is so huge, there is lack of understanding, there is lack of knowledge about what people can do with the rooftop. Now, Tata Power has the ability, while using the Salesforce stack, to reach out to all of these people. And maybe reach out even with personalized offers. It depends upon the place they are in and what kind of offers that they can make to them, which then will not only give those people the opportunity to get a Tata Power connection and to use solar power, which is good for everybody. And ours is a country with a lot of sunlight. Okay, so to that extent, we should be able to use it well. So that is what Tata Power is enabling. And we are enabling with our tech stack for them to do the reach out and then to do the customer servicing. And to ensure that, you know, this customer servicing is done not only at the point of onboarding them, but on an ongoing basis, so that their satisfaction is ensured. And if they have any issues, they can come back to Tata Power very quickly. And Tata Power also can immediately engage with them and resolve whatever issues are there. Regarding the demand, etc., that is there in Mumbai and Maharashtra, that I think you will be better positioned to answer that.
So very nicely explained by you. I think in India we have some 24 crore houses. And that means there is an opportunity for 24 or 25 crore rooftop solars that can be put. And rooftop does not mean just roof. You can, if you have land over there, you can put next to your house also. Now, right now, the Prime Minister Surya Ghar program is 1 crore homes where subsidy is being provided. Apart from that, there are various other schemes of the state governments also. Now, today we have only reached 25 lakhs. So, 25 crores and 25 lakhs. And the plan is 1 crore. I think, in my view, the plan should be at some stage increased to 5 crores and 10 crores. And that's the real opportunity that we have. Now, if you have to make it like that, you have to make the process as simple as possible for the consumer. The consumer, he makes a phone call to the call center or goes to the website and sees how we can respond to them and how we enable them that they can themselves do the calculation, or if they have any queries, ask through the call center or through the website. And based on that, they can decide what capacity of rooftop they can put, what sort of financing arrangement is there, what sort of payback is there, that will it have a 1-year payback or 2-year payback, and what are the other benefits that they will get, so that for your whole life, 25, 30 years, you can actually use the rooftop and have the benefit of not paying any electricity. So it actually empowers you to reduce your cost of electricity, save money, and also in a way give you an earning potential which otherwise you would not have got. So I think it's a win-win for everyone. There are also other issues connected to it in terms of grid management and all that, which are other solutions that we continue to work with Salesforce. So I think it's a very good solution. It's a win-win for everyone. And this is something which we should promote. And I will request all the media friends also to support us, to reach out to consumers, whether it is in Maharashtra or on an all India basis, to use as much as possible.
Sir, one more question. As you see, Mumbai basically having a lot of apartments, homes actually. So how you see demand, like basically, and adopting that that solar power, and how easy it is for maintenance as well as installation from Tata Power side?
So places where people have multi-storied houses and large number of flats, there are two type of solutions. One is, of course, rooftop, which will cater to your common services, whether it is lift or some of the other facilities that are provided. The other is, as I mentioned to you, if some land can be taken, which again Tata Power and very many other companies are involved in, where they can generate somewhere and supply to you. So it's not that if you do not have space in your roof, how will you do it? You will get the opportunity. There are a number of solutions which are available, and you will be able to cater to your requirement. The good thing is, after the payback for which can be 1 year to 3 years or 4 years, then it becomes free of cost for you. You cannot get anything less cheaper or and today sun is free. There is no money that you have to pay for sun. So you virtually can produce power for more than 330 days in many cities in the country. So it's a great solution for everyone, and we are all geared up to ensure that the quality is good, the maintenance. And today, again, digital solution helps you that on a daily basis, it will give you information, how much you have generated today, how much you have consumed, how much you have given to the grid, what is the saving that you have made. So every day in the evening when you come back, you can see today I have made 30 rupees saving, 50 rupees saving. So it's a money earner for you.
See, one thing you have to understand, India is a very large country, right? And it has 600,000 villages. Now reaching out to all of these 600,000 villages in the brick and mortar way is very difficult. We couldn't do it in the bank, and I doubt very much that a utility company can also do it, okay? But we wanted to do it. Now you have the ability to do it because of technology. For instance, like he is saying, the service platform lets you tell the company if there is any service issue. And very often, they can remotely fix the issue. Earlier, they would have to have an engineer go there and actually have a look. Now that is not required. With the uploaded picture, very often they will be able to determine whether an engineer's visit is actually required or it can be done remotely. So service is also far better than what it was earlier. So you are able to reach out to everybody. And like he says, once you have 24/7 power in the house, and that too at a very low cost, you can not only use it for your own personal purposes, but you can also use it for certain economic activities, which earlier you couldn't do. So to that extent, you know, it's helping you in your livelihood, it's helping you make the quality of your life better, and after the payback period, after the initial payback that happens because there is an initial investment, after that it is all free. So for next 15-20 years, you are enjoying free power. So you know, what can be better than that? So to that extent, I think PM Surya Ghar is meant to get people aware about these ideas. But these are ideas like, again, Dr. Sinha is saying, why are we coming to the media? Because we want the media to cover these stories so that there is better awareness amongst people. There are more inquiries to companies like Tata Power to provide those, you know, utilities so that more and more people can actually benefit from it.
కెరియర్లో ఎర్లీ రిటైర్మెంట్ కోసం రెడీ? మీ ప్యాషన్ను కెరియర్గా మార్చుకోవడానికి కూడా రెడీ? మరేంటియా, పిఎన్బి మెట్ లైఫ్ రిటైర్మెంట్ ప్లాన్స్ తో జీవితాంతం 10.2% గ్యారంటీడ్ యాన్యుటీ రేట్ను ఇప్పుడే లాక్ చేసుకోండి. మీరు ఉంటారు ఎల్లప్పుడూ రెడీ. పిఎన్బి మెట్. లైఫ్ ఎల్లప్పుడూ రెడీగా ఉండండి.
How is Tata Power bracing to take advantage of this opportunity? You also spoke about that you have 20,000 solar rooftop customers right now. So that'll be a very big ramp up. How would you boost your capacity? That's my first question. My second question is that, you know, in successive budgets, the government has also announced allocations and subsidies. They want the use of rooftop solar power to rise. How is Tata Power working in sync with the government agencies and authorities in implementing this goal?
So when I mentioned 20,000, it is 20,000 per month. It is not total. Our total is nearly 4 lakhs now, 3.8 or something like that. And we are the largest in the country in terms of our footprint. The total in the country is about 25 lakhs. So I think what is important is that how do we increase our footprint, but more importantly, how do we give service to the customer? How quickly you want if you have a requirement, there is a number that you ring up, they should be able to respond. If they are not able to respond, the software is there which we have developed along with Salesforce, which helps us to respond to you within 24 hours and then help you with a customized solution if it is required. So I think the whole footprint of how the solution has to be given has been very clearly marked out, and that is what will help the customer to use more of it, because customer wants a single point of responsibility, someone who will get. So we tied up with State Bank of India, and they have a branch which is able to give very quickly the approval for financing and all that. The target is 72 hours. In some cases they do it in 24 hours. They approve the financing. So I think what is important is that how do we spread this message? Awareness level has to increase. People have to have the confidence. And recruited in Salesforce.